Very good evening. Hello, hello. Right, I've already said hello to most people here. Ghost, I haven't said hello to you yet. Blue Skies, Travel, hello. And Pilot 19, hello to you as well. Nice, Latmo. All the best wishes for that. Good to hear. Yeah, I'm very happy for you, Latmo. All the best and happy landings. Evers, hello. Krishna, hello. Good Abend. Und Fluidity, yeah, thank you so much for being here. Right, yeah, so here we are. A350, iniBuilds. It's here. And now I've been super busy this week with lots of training sessions in Frankfurt. So I came back very late yesterday, and I did not even have time to watch any of the pre-release streams.
Please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
And Latmo, thank you for the 8 months. That's really kind. Thank you so much, Latmo. Hey, Nate. Ghost, I'm going from Gatwick to Vienna. Nice, okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't want to go on VATSIM today because there's a few things I want to try out. So it's better to try these things out while not being on VATSIM. How's the performance FPS-wise? Okay.
Please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Mark would be happy. Yeah, he would.
Good evening, Smile. Excited for your thoughts about the INI.
Cap Mitchell, thank you so much for watching and thanks for the 18 months of support. Yeah, disclaimer, I have bought this with my own money. All right, so contrary to what we saw yesterday, I have not been gifted a copy. And actually, I'm quite happy that I've not been gifted. As I said before,
welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience.
Just waiting for the jingle to finish here. TV Revenger, hello to you.
Please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Can iniBuilds living up to their own created hype? Let's find out on today's stream by Blackbox711.
Thank you so much, TV Revenger. 17 months, TV. That is a very, very long time, and I highly appreciate that. TV, thank you so much for that. Yes, so like I was saying, I bought this with my own money, 72 something euros, I think it was in the end. Yeah,
welcome
so
the Captain Black Box Twitch
the thing is that without
could new subscribers
please
make your
you know
way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served.
Nate Flights, thank you for the 19 months.
Have a good flight and stream, BB.
Thank you so
sure
much.
Chat will be completely level-headed today, Kappa. Seriously though, fun afternoon ahead.
Thank you so much, Nate, and that's also 19 months of support. Thank you, Nate. Cap Murphy, no. Cannon Plug, hello. Blue Skies Travel, hello to you as well. Okay, let me just check that for you then. So control options. I'm gonna show you guys the settings that I have regarding the graphics.
Make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Gavin, thank you so much coming in with the new Prime subscription. Gavin, thank you so much. Big round of applause for that. Ali, hello, and HDLZ. Let me just get the settings for my graphics out of the way first. So these are the settings that I've been using here in Markets 2020 for a very long time now. Let me just get rid of the overlay so that you can see the.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
So up here you can see now the readout, so 60 FPS with TAA and frame generation. So, you know, GPU at 60 degrees, 60% load, CPU at 36% load, and the normal RAM is at 25 gigabits, and let me just have a look at the VRAM. VRAM currently 14.7. as it stands now. And so performance-wise, you can see it's very smooth, 60 FPS. So there's actually, I don't feel any difference with regards to other add-ons that I have. But again, these settings are somewhat unusual. You know, with all the different options these days you have available.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience.
It's difficult to compare, really.
Please make your way to the
but what I can tell you is
complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Yoda, thank you so much for 64 months. Hey, Mark, hello to you. Good to be. And the Drewster coming in with 3 months. Drewster, thank you so much for your support as well. So what I have already found out, because today we are streaming both the Microsoft 2020 and also Microsoft 2024. That's the big idea. Now, as a little bit of a downside, I wanted to stream Microsoft 2020 and 2024 exactly with the same settings. So TAA mode, as you saw here on the general options on the graphics. So TAA mode for anti-aliasing, and so render scaling, sharpening, the terrain level detail, the objects level detail, you know, all exactly the same. The problem is I can't do that. The reason is in Microsoft 2024 with beta 1, I can't activate TAA mode. The sim just freezes. And I've let it run for half an hour. Nothing happens. It just completely freezes. I don't know what the issue is per se, if it's the beta update or I have no idea. So unfortunately, in Microsoft 2024, we will have to use somewhat different settings. So it's a shame that we can't really directly compare. And Nick, hello to you. How are we doing? Well, good evening. Oh yeah, and one more thing, guys, regarding, so I paid for this add-on, and I'm happy that I've paid because I understand I guess the necessity these days from add-on makers to, you know, especially if it's a highly detailed add-on, to hype, right?
Hello,
and now you can be relaxed about it, which is fine. But I'm sure that a lot of people that are, you know, grown up and not so easily influenced by these I like to say this, by the circus, right? So the whole hype circus which happens these days with these add-ons. I'm sure that most of you will not be influenced, you know, in your buying how do we say buying? Your decision, right? So you're buying decision whether or not to get an add-on or not. All right, you have your way of getting infos, and you're not being influenced by that really, right? So now for me, I understand that, so it's all fine. I'm not criticizing that per se. The thing is that for me personally, I have just, you know, a couple of months ago, I just start to feel somewhat uncomfortable about it. So the thing is that, so this is from my own personal experience. So whenever you are gifted something to showcase, you are obviously influenced already. Now you can say, oh, you know, I've been told that I can say whatever I like, and, you know, I'm unbiased, but you're not, definitely not. Whatever happens, even if you criticize a little bit, you won't be completely truthfully honest about an add-on. That's my opinion. So I think it's a good thing really to have the option, if you buy it with your own money, to be completely truthful about an add-on, right? Yesterday, apparently, so what people have told me, there have been some issues with crashed desktops, performance issues, which today have been addressed prior to the release. And so apparently, a lot of things have been fixed and have been improved. So that's good to hear. Hey, Brennelt. Yeah, so Germany, Brennelt, it should be around 72 euros, if I saw that correctly today. 72 euros. Right, so one more question was regarding the settings for the joystick before I forget and ramble on about other things. So let me show you. Now I'm using the joystick settings from the Phoenix, right? So sensitivity settings from the Phoenix. So these are the joystick axes. They have been tampered down a bit. So sensitivity minus 19%, plus and minus axes, all right? The rest should all be normal. So not really any changes to that. Yeah, so I understand. So Burke, yeah, absolutely agree. So Microsoft 2024 seems to have more issues compared to Microsoft 2020. Right, guys, thank you so much for the hype train. Yoda, once again, thanks. Rooster, hello. And thank you so much for your support. Nate, TV Ranger, Captain Mitchell, Latmo, thank you so much, guys, for your support. Okay, so Frozak already says there's a problem with the terminal charts not showing in Microsoft 2020. Yeah, well, let's start up the aircraft and then we'll go ahead and have a look if you run into issues. Maybe Navigraph is having issues with their servers. I don't know what's wrong with the scenery here in Toulouse. So that's not really, I don't think that's iniBuilds' fault. That's the scenery fault here. Otherwise, texture-wise, now we can't do a normal walk around here, unfortunately. But I mean, decals are nice. I mean, here, for example, you can see the, I would assume that's the oxygen bottle system for the crew in the front in the cockpit. So if that disc is blown out, you know there has been a leak. I need to call maintenance. For the decals, yeah, you can read them. At least I can read them. Hot. And then it says, hold on. It says, do not plug or deform holes. Delimited area must be smooth and clean. All right. So, yes, it is, Brenold. So today, Brenold, again, I am flying the A350-900 from Toulouse to London here in Microsoft 2020. And then the idea is for the second flight to fly from Toulouse to Munich in Microsoft 2024. That's the plan for the day. Okay, do not activate secondary flight plan. It does cause a problem with VASM. Okay, thank you so much, Lilo, for that tip. Hey, Lee, wie geht's dir? Hang on. I'm in an A350-1000. You're joking. Hang on. Seriously? Didn't I choose 900? Hold on. Hang on. I'm 100% sure I downloaded liveries for... I don't want to go outside again. Okay, it does... I'm wondering about the iniBuilds livery downloader. Okay, my bad then. All right, guys. Not to worry. Then it's 1,000 both ways. Yeah, hang on, but there's no British Airways 1000s. That's a question, right, Dr. Fred? Check EFB. Yeah, that's a good idea, maybe. I am pretty sure that I did go and download the 900. Hang on, let me just check.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience.
So somebody's saying...
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
That's a very good start.
Hey Cap. Glad to catch one of your stream tonight. Might be the last one because I've got a severe case of the man flu. Hope you are well.
Now that's something's wrong here with the aircraft. How weird. Hang on. Okay, I have to go back to the main menu anyways. So people are saying there is a 1000. No, British Airways doesn't have 900. So where did I see 900 then when I loaded the deliveries? That's strange. Hey, Jilend. Thank you so much. 15 months. Oh, you got a man flu? I'm sorry for you. Oh, good. Get well soon, Jilend. Yeah, I honestly, I have to reload because, I mean, I tried the aircraft today. I started up to check the settings, etc. So definitely the aircraft does work. It's just, I guess now for some reason. But I've seen that in other add-ons as well. That's not really a problem. Right, so hang on. So how come, let me have a look, world map. Oh yeah, it does say 1000 there. But still, I mean, it's not really a big problem, is it? I just have to redo the flight plan. Otherwise, we may have run out of fuel if you use the 900 profile. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. We'll take the 1000 then. I just have to change the title in that case. Now I can't edit, unfortunately, in YouTube at the moment, but I've changed it on Twitch. Right, and now for the flight plan, I'm gonna edit it to 1000. It's weird. I was so sure that when I chose the liveries, it said 900, but oh yeah, maybe I was just stressed out this afternoon trying to install everything really quickly. There we go. Now I can hear the battery switches. There we go. So battery, as always, it's Airbus, right? So Airbus, that's a cool thing about, if you know how to fly an A320, or if you know how to fly the A380, you will have no problems. I don't know why. It sounds like a diesel motor starting up. Ted, honestly, Ted, I get stressed out using flight sims. That's the thing that stresses me out. I don't get stressed when I fly real aircraft. It's just. Oh yeah, and by the way, guys. So in the end, I think what I want to do is I would like to make a final verdict. So today we're going to have a look at textures, sounds, external model, FPS performance, system simulation, and then autopilot flight guidance stuff. And then we'll give it something out of 10, right? So that way we have an overview.
Welcome aboard the Captain
about the add-on.
Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served.
Nick, yeah, no. I agree.
Good evening, BB. I hope you're well. Really looking forward
to
your
right, flight model, yeah.
of the A350.
Sapphire Wave, good point. Yeah, I have to add that. Sorry, yeah, we will add that. It's flight model, very important stuff. Thank you so much, Captain Chaos, for the 65. Yeah, I'm excited about the A350, no doubt. But like I said, I'm happy that I'm able to be completely unbiased because I paid the full price for this. No sponsoring. So whatever I'm telling you guys, it's my honest opinion. And it doesn't mean that I want to bash the A350. No, quite contrary. I think it's great to have an A350 with good simulation depth here in flight simming. So I'm happy about it. Right, same with the items here on the overhead panel. You always start left side, bottom to top.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box.
So lights, these have already been set to
Could new subscribers please make your way to
the middle setting
cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
And Avenger, thank you so much.
65?
No, 68.
That sounds like a lot.
68 months even. Thank you so much. Captain Avenger, thank you so much. Oh, really? Final approach, gear down sounds like Armageddon. Okay, then as well, we'll see. So here we only have one fire test button. Yeah, I was missing a bit the bass sounds at the moment, but I guess we'll get something later, I would imagine. So the rest, we'll just make sure white lights out. That looks all good. NAF lights are on. And then we can have flight director, middle button, just like on the A380. There is no left and right flight director buttons. It's just one. You would not. Brandon would like to be interested in the difference in the system depth. Okay, yeah, Brandon. So the idea is later on the second flight. What I would like to do on a second flight is try out some failures. I have no idea what they have implemented, but we'll try. All right, let's see. I did enter the correct SimBrief ID. That's already a big plus. So then ground, we can do the ground. Now I saw that you can enable GSX control. Let's try that. So that's actually quite neat if it works. So toggle slide disarming, and then let's have a look. GSX menu, that doesn't work. Armed, oh, armed cargo bay. And then Hayden, hello, what will Phoenix products produce next? I think, I don't know, Hayden. I have no idea what Phoenix guys will do, to be honest. Oh, you're right, it could be. Yeah, let me restart Quackle then. Yeah, good point. Good point. Let me restart that process. Quackle. Details. So let's have a look again. There we go. Okay, cool. Thank you. Enable GSX integration. Right.
Refueling truck is on its way.
Cool. And then somebody said terminal charts apparently don't work. So let's have a look. So airport. Yeah, it seems like everything's dead in that regard. Okay. However, we still have the option. Maintenance. I have logged in.
Fuel truck is in position.
I've definitely logged in. Consistently refusing default fuel menu. So let's have a look. So we got options. Yeah, so that is active, and I have updated the database here as well. Now, what we could do, although not here though, in 2024 we would have the option for the Lido charts, correct? But not in here. Yeah, so the thing is, people have been reporting that the charts don't seem to work. For whatever reason, which is a shame. Hey, Bodo, Birds Try. Yeah, regarding failures, yeah, we'll have a look. So maybe Navigraph is having issues with their servers. That will be my guess. Anyways, so let's have a look. Ground. So we got that. So load sheet, SimBrief import. SimWit waits. Oh yes, of course, because I have not yet calculated that correctly with the A350-900. So let's have a look. Fuel planning, a bit of extra we'll take just in case. We are going to take some passengers, even though it's a bit unrealistic, out of Toulouse on a delivery flight. Oh, sorry, Captain Wolfchen. Yeah, sorry, I did read your initial question on that. As far as I know, I've not seen profiles yet, but we have to look at the flightsim.to. If you find profiles, then I would imagine that it is compatible. Yeah, sorry for that. Oh, WASM crash incoming. What you mean? In what regard? Simbrief weight. You what? It is kilograms. Hang on. Oh, because we got pounds here. Oh. Tis. Pounds. Who uses pounds? Aircraft. Where is simulation? External equipment. OIS. Kilograms. There we go. Try again.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience.
Yay! Okay, so it's literally quick, sets your fuel weight, and set the fuel.
Flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
OFP.
What's a good day for a resublal?
Thank you so much, Voyager 52. More and more geht's here. You have lots of people avoid the checklist. What? No, you're joking. Hello, Turbine Studio. What? The checklist causes crashes? Fly 787. You can use pounds. Yeah, no. Yeah, our lovely friends in the US, they use pounds as well. I know. Yeah, that looks like a burst pattern, doesn't it? Okay, well, that is a bit strange then. Who needs checklists anyways? Okay, I tell you what, guys. Before we even go preparing, let me have a look then. I'm wondering if it's the same system regarding checklist as it is on the A380 checklist. Can we? Yeah, we can. So before start, gear pins covers removed. No, it seems to be okay. Yeah, Jonathan, yeah, thanks for feedback. So the notepad doesn't work, okay. Right, guys, okay, so apparently what I can see now is that the checklist do work.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel.
So let's do the company flight plan requests.
Subscribers, please make your way to the first
Thank you much,
class
Stefan Wave.
cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
It says you can't do metrics. Yes, you can.
So good to see you, fellow aviator and
So let's insert.
787 pilot extraordinaire.
Thank you so much, Fly 787. Man, I tell you what, Fly 787, I haven't been in the real aircraft 787 for quite some time now, but I've had 3 simulator missions last week. So we had a refresher mission, 4 hours, which was great, lots of hand flying, and then I had my EBT, so 2 days sim check riding, and it was a lot of fun. And I thoroughly prepared, as I always do, and I was really happy with how everything went. And it was a lot of fun. A lot of things that I learned again. But yeah, that was great fun. So that's the flight plan. Secondary, we don't touch. And then we've got level 400. And let's have a look at the flight plan here. So the weather here. The notepad. I'm not sure which notepad do you mean? Notepad in the EFB here, or where's the notepad? Yeah, Fly says, so for me that was the second to last flight sim check ride, so I have one more check ride before I retire. The MFD notepad. Multifunction. Okay, so... Oh, this one. Okay, notepad. Well, it seems to work for me. Can't imagine what the last check. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Right, I have a feeling. Did we just? Right, I think we found a problem then. If I can't get out of the menu here. The button above the enter key. Yeah, exactly. So how do I get rid of that? Top left of the key K. Ah, okay. This one here, escape. So I was clicking on the clear info. That doesn't work. Okay, thanks. Cheers, guys. It's interesting how every aircraft seems to have some minute detail that is just a little bit different. Thank you much, Michelle. Thank you so much, Fly787. Have a good one. Greetings to your lovely wife. So, I was going. Oh yeah, and weather. Do we have the option to get weather here anywhere? Like ACARS weather or something. I mean, I could take. I can take this info here. ATC com request. So, ATC com. VATSIM. Notify ATC requests. There we go. So request clearance. Direct ATIS. Send request. Now the thing is though, but the thing is we're not locked on, are we? Oh, disregard. Well, that's neat. Look at that. That's very nice. 290 at 9er, cav OK, 10 degrees, 1024. Cool. Like it. 1024, we can set that here already. And update or print update. Okay, so let's go back to the FMS1. We can go to flight plan. And we are departing out of runway 32 left. Thank you much. Yeah, I love it. I love it. A lot of people are already very knowledgeable about the A350, which is great. So, oh, departure route. Why didn't I choose a departure route? Test. So, departure runway 32 left. Then we go to the departure route, which is, hang on. Flight plan says it's the Laku 7 Bravo. Laku 7 Bravo. This one here. No transition. Now we got it. Okay, so here, that's the departure to Laku. Then we have some direct waypoints, some airways. And then we can scroll through here. Rocksock, and then we've got the Rocksock 1 Hotel. I've never heard about that arrival. Never heard about it. So direct ATIS, let's try Heathrow. Hey, LR Aviation. Indeed, there's Bruno. And Giraffe plays games. How did you recall CPTC messages? Because of nothing in the FAQ. So it's where the 230 are at 8. So I'm going to go with 27 left. And then we'll try the ILS 27 left. On the second flight, we can try, I don't know, maybe, oh, hang on. They said GLS approaches do work, don't they? Yeah, they don't have that here. I think in Munich, we can try the GLS approach. So the start is the Rocksock. How do I scroll down here? Hmm? Oh, okay. Then you've got to use the scroll key down here. I'm not sure if you can see that. That scroll key. Whew. And there it is. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Right. Is there a progress page where I can see the distance from an airport? Well, Airbus Pilot, here on the Airbus, you see that on the flight plan page normally. So here it'll tell you that here in that line there to destination. Later on it'll tell you the complete mileage. Although, I mean, I'm wondering. So I mean, oh, okay. So on the right hand side, it's got the distance to each of these from each of these waypoints. Okay. Yeah, exactly. You guys are teaching me, not the other way around. So we've done that. So flight plan is in. I'm not supposed to try a secondary flight plan because apparently there may be issues with the add-on. So we've got 16.1. Just trying to use my keyboard, which doesn't work. 16.1. And then we're going to use... We are going to use the EFB here with the load sheet function. So we have a zero fuel weight of 183.6. So keyboard doesn't work. That's interesting. Enter. The CG is zero fuel weight 29.4. So we'll use 29.4. Enter. Pax number, I think, was 270, 275. Yeah, total 275. That is good. Enter. Control to type. That's different to the A380 again, isn't it? Okay, so Airbus Pilot, the only thing really how you would get that info is by going to a fix info page. So for example, let's have a look. Bruno, anybody know how to get here? The fix info? Let me just have a look. Active. How do we get into the fix info page? It is in the flight plan. You found it, bottom center. Oh, there we go. Okay, okay, thanks. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so what you could do is just type in, you know, for example, let's have a look for London Heathrow right now. So here we've got ident. That's weird. Well, I would have expected already some info about this radius. I don't know, 25. Oh, there we go. It's just taking this time to go. So we're about 500 miles away from Heathrow. You just stick with the balloon up and down. Yeah, maybe that's easier. I agree with you. So flight plan is in, we said. So fuel and load, we've done that as well. The only thing really I want to change is the alternate fuel, which is 3 tons exactly. Oh, that's... Hang on, no, we could change that. 3.0, enter. Right, so takeoff weight 199.1 and min fuel at destination 5.2. So that takes into account the alternate fuel plus the final reserve fuel of 30 minutes, and that gives you the min fuel at destination. That's really nice. It's easier to use the position monitor page, okay. And then you can what? You would put in that in here, for example, London in here. Ah, okay, that's easier. You see, okay, that's fine. Yeah, thanks, Bruno. Okay, so there we go. Hey, JD and Ghost of Kampala, thank you so much. Cool. All right, so we've done that. Now the wind information. Copy wind request. Question is, does that work yet? Probably not. I've already seen that we have an average wind component. So we have a headwind component of 42 and average. Oh no, you're joking, the Airbus pilot. You press Controlled Enter and that was it switches off both engines. Oh no. Winds do work, okay. It works. Climb. Ah! Okay, of course, yeah, that's history wind. So we don't have a history yet because that's the first flight. Okay. So there we go. Cruise wind. And we have the descent wind. Nice! Which is cool because that way we can check performance, fuel flow, etc., which is nice. Thanks, Dennis. Right, last thing to do is the performance. So let's have a look at our calculator in here. So we're going to take takeoff performance, sync, select airport, sync FMS. There we go. Sync and config 1+F, flex 199.7, dry, anti-ice off, 3 to left. That's really nice. That's a nice feature. That's what I like. Hey, Krishu. Not gonna lie, that is cool. That saves you a lot of trouble typing everything in. The only thing really you have to do is just check and make sure you have everything synced correctly. 1024. That's very nice. Let's compute that. Has anyone yesterday seen anyone, any of the streamers yesterday do some abnormals, some failures? Because there's one feature I am particularly interested in trying out today, which is the automatic emergency descent function. Not intentionally. Good one. That's a very good answer. I like that. Right, anyways, let's send that to the FMS. Confirm. Confirm speeds. Perfect. Nice. GG's. I love that. So these are already, I have to say, these are already a few things which I like about the systems. So the autopilot flight management functions. And Stoffer, hello to you. Okay, so JD. So somebody was saying you can do that through the OIS page. Is it situations? There we go. Failures. So situations. Enabled. Once enabled, a situation cannot be reset and the flight must be restarted or reset. So later on the second flight, this is what I'm going to try to do, okay? Not this flight, because what we're going to do... Okay, a bird strike. Bird strike. Yeah, okay, so... Okay. Yeah, and then we have failures. Okay, there's a couple of failures in here as well. Okay, cool. So we got a few things to play around with. You've got engine failure, engine fires, DC bus failures, generator failures, battery, so a lot of electric failures, radio management panel failures, and we have fuel pump failures. So not much, but again, there's a few things I am interested in trying out, and you know, to demonstrate the automatic depressurization, so the automatic emergency descent function, that would be cool. And then, yeah, we can try a bird strike later as well. Cool. Does the A350 only have 2 hydraulics? Well, Tom, let's have a look. I am not rated on the A350, but there's always a good thing if you go through the system pages. Oops. So, yeah. It looks like there's a green and the yellow system. Interesting, Tom. Because interesting to see that that is already enough. And Bruno, is there a PTU function? Let's check the overhead panel for that. Okay, but the thing is though, so it has 2 systems. However, you can see that each engine has an engine-driven pump. So it has a green engine-driven pump and a yellow engine-driven pump. Yeah, that's so look. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing as well. Interesting. Now there is a fuel cross feed. There's no power transfer. Ground hydraulic. That's interesting. That is really interesting. Interesting logic. So from the first look of it, you would think that can't be safe. And it has backup actuators, like on the A380. Okay. Hey, Peter. Cool. Anyways, so let's continue with the preparations. So let's have a quick look at the display. So nice and crisp here on the on Marcus 2020, and this is actually what I love about Marcus 2020, because I can run it at TAA anti-aliasing, and the textures are so crisp and nice. And I have 60 FPS, all fine, smooth on my side here, and that's a cool. And again, this setting doesn't work on Microsoft 2024, unfortunately. Okay, cool. So we've done the preparations, meaning we'll do a quick briefing. I'm going to try one more time to see if we can get terminal charts working, but it doesn't seem like it. So airport doesn't work. Departure airport, no. Something's not connecting. Now, what I can do, though, is I can maybe do this, and then we can have a look at... No, hang on. Let's do that. Let's unload this flight. Import the flight from SimBrief. This is the flight. And that way I can show you that, yeah, we're parked here on the west side, Airbus Center here. So that would be the normal passenger terminal there on the other side. And here we are on the Airbus side. And so we're going to taxi Sierra 60 all the way down to Sierra 2 full length, 32 left, departing on the LACU 7 Bravo departure. So that means we're going to go track 322 degrees over the waypoints 320, and then the right turn 322, and then we're going to go to LACU. Initial climb is 70, it says on the chart there. Sector altitude 2,900 feet. And apart from that, I don't see any bigger issues. And for the fuel situation, we did plan with a little extra fuel. So the alternate is Manchester, which is a good alternate for us today. And block fuel was 15.6 plus taxi, about 16 tons, 16.1. And extra is about 20 minutes extra fuel. Yeah, 16.1 is the fuel on board. Fantastic. Cool. So if there's no questions from your side, Lemmy, hello to you. Then you can also use ANF for taxi briefing. What is ANFS? Automatic what? Hang on. What's ANF? Michelle, be so kind to fill me in, please. I have no idea what that means. The airport navigation function. That's a good tip. Okay. So let's just hope it doesn't crash the sim. So we could go and zoom in. And then if we go to plan mode, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right. Thank you. So let's zoom in a bit more. Yeah, Michelle, good point. That's nice. Yeah. So Sierra all the way down, full length. Runway taxiway. Okay, so question was if there's weather radar working, and somebody said it did work earlier for them. Okay, cool. We can try. Nice. So if there's no more questions, let's go through the first checklist then. So let's call up the checklist. So let's do the before start, gear pins covers removed, fuel quantity 16.1 checked, takeoff data is set. Wow, lots of messages there. Wait's clear. Okay. Then we got the Barbaro Ref 1024 set 3 times. Seatbelts on. Okay, so then next doors. Okay, let's close the doors. That was to the line. Let's close all. And then we have to do the APU on, obviously. Now, I've already had the startup sounds earlier on the A350 here. Nice. Cool. Wow, that's only at 53% right now? Heat blur is nice, I like that as well. Wow, that took a long time. Cool, available. Let's do the APU bleed on. External power can go off. So we can get rid of the ground power GPU. Doors are all armed. Cargo doors closed. So now we have the GSX menu. Let's prepare for pushback and departure. Nice. So Freddy, yeah, so right now this is Microsoft 2020. On the second flight, we'll use Microsoft 2024. So let's put the beacon on, fuel pumps go on. And again, this is so normal. So again, if you're able to fly the A320, if you know how to do the items there, it is really straightforward. So Squawk, let's have a look. Let's do 7411. And then there must be a button somewhere regarding... I want to say survival, but it's surveillance, isn't it? So surveillance. We've got mode auto, and TA is still on standby. That's cool. Right, let's have a checklist. Let's see if we've done all the items. So we go again to checklist menu. Go back to before start. Doors are all closed. We can see that here. And parking brake currently is set. It's on as required. It's on. And that's the checklist complete. So how's it looking with the pushback? Where is everyone? There we go. One thing I think which will definitely make this a really successful sleeping at work, which makes this a very successful add-on, is the fact that this is a beautiful aircraft. So the shape, so some of the details with the wings.
Captain, we are ready for pushback.
So the wings, how they are swept there, the wingtips, really nice, very elegant. Fuselage, got nice engines. So all in all, and especially now, this livery obviously, Mark would say it's the best.
Departure check completed, bypass pin inserted.
Wait. Yeah, the flight deck. The flight deck also, no doubt, is nice. This must be a nice area to work in. So nice office, if you like.
Locking gear.
Hey Christian, how are you? Nice to see you. A Bushbeton aircraft. Oui, oui. Hey MAN, wie geht's dir? Right, just waiting for the call that we can... Let's do constrained waypoint, just like on the A380. Let's do VOR radials. Come on. Let's do a quick edit here. Did he say something? I did not hear him say anything there. Right, I want to face this way. Sebo, guten Abend. Eagle Motion, how are you? So there we go. Let's try. Let's try this.
Exiting from editing mode.
Release parking brakes.
Oui, oui, monsieur. Parking brakes.
Commencing push.
Released.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Merci beaucoup. And so, same procedure. We're going to start engine 1 first. So, as always, all we do is put this to ignition start. We're going to get the correct engine page. Bleed pressure is good. Engine 1 start. Very, very simple, basic. Let's listen to the engine sounds. I'm a bit disappointed that I'm not sure if it's just me, or I have a feeling that the APU sound just drowns out everything else. So there were some engine sounds noticeable, but that was a little bit disappointing. And let me just go ahead and go with options. Then we've got sounds. Sound cabin options. So
set parking brakes.
Oh, volume control, there it is. So volume control, exterior engine is maximum, interior engine, system, ground surface, low frequency, master volume. Yeah, I think some. Yeah, maybe it was just a viewpoint or something.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Yeah, JD. Marker. My French accent is good. To be honest, I don't speak much French, so just a few words. That's about it. No, so circuits, that's something today which is still bugged here. So Navigraph, even though I have integrated it, it's not working, unfortunately. So let's confirm with engine start.
Ground.
That's
we
nice.
have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
That you can have the menu here. That's really cool, like that. Yeah. So the engine sounds, yeah, not the best. Not the best. Right, let's do the after start flow. Same thing really as always. Flaps going 1. Here's the flap indication there. Then we're going to go put the APU bleeder off, APU master off. We're going to get a flight control check. And just logging the A380, lots of...
Unlocking gear.
Lots of different spoiler indications, ailerons, elevators, rudder. Very nice.
Welcome
hey Ben,
Captain
thanks so much.
Tow track disconnected, bypass pin removed.
Please make your way to the first class cabin.
Left is clear, right is clear.
And premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Ben, thanks so much for the 28 months. That's really kind. That's already a long time. Thank you so much, Ben. Hope you're doing well. The sounds are okay. I mean, I can go again with the although this doesn't have a cabin, obviously. We're in 2020, so there's no cabin simulation. But I am wondering, is there a cabin, kind of a wing view that we have here? Oh, there we are. Instrument view. So we got this, we got that. Do we have an engine view? Oh, oh, engine. No engine view. Hang on. Quick view. Quick view 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. I just wonder. I'm just wondering if I can save one of those views as a fixed view. Let's try that. Let's have a look. Let's do this as 8. Okay, so that is... let's have a look. That's that. Okay, one moment. Control options. Profile. Search by input. Ah, there we go. That's the one. Oh, it does work. You can save those viewpoints. Yeah, that's fine. So even though we don't have a viewpoint regarding, or we don't have a cabin simulated for FPS reasons, you can save a static viewpoint, which is nice. What do you mean by 2020? Because 2020 is still a lot better than 2024. That is a very quick and simple answer on that. Let's have a look here. The only thing is, I don't like the zoom view here. Can we unzoom a bit? Let's have a look. Let's try that. Yeah, cool. Got some nice camera views as well. Perfect. Excellent. Right, after start checklist. We have anti-eyes off, and that's the after start checklist complete. And now let's go and taxi. Yeah, somebody asked about taxi camera. I doubt it'll work, right? Because let's get the taxi light on here. Nice. It already starts taxiing with idle power, which is pretty realistic, I would assume, since we're not that heavy. Now, one more thing to do. I can see that the nose gear is not... Ah, okay. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I think I had that. Equipment, not equipment, aircraft, tiller. Yes, okay, so that, okay, that's... what is the auto tilt disconnect? Is that for on takeoff? So once you have a bit of speed, that automatically on the runway, it disconnects it. Is that the setting there? You believe so? Okay, thank you much. Yeah, and somebody was asking earlier about FPS performance. So here in MSFS2020, it's smooth. So with my settings with TAA mode and for frame gen on, 60 FPS locked externally, and then using external VSync. That's nice. That's really, really nice and smooth. So here I can definitely say no need to complain about performance. And I mean, Toulouse is a airport that has a lot of autogen, right? So a lot of aircraft autogen around us. Steering is overrated, yeah. Right, another big aircraft. So 22 knots ground speed. It doesn't look like 22 knots, does it? That always, I don't know, that I find that always somewhat striking that another thing of the viewpoint, I think, am I sitting too far to the left here? Just wondering. Not really, no. That looks pretty center to me. Yeah, Riva tuner, exactly. Let me do that. Just want to have the PFD right under my nose there. Hey Alpha, how are you? Yeah, grain cola. The thing is though, you have to realize that these long-range aircraft, these big jets, they have a very large weight regime. So it's if you're doing a 2-hour flight or 3-hour flight, you have only like maybe 20 tons of fuel on board, Heathrow Sport, and so you're well below your maximum takeoff weight. So right now we're weighing about 200 tons. On the flight plan, it says the max takeoff weight is 283 tons. So we're 80 tons below the max takeoff weight right now. So obviously, it makes a huge difference regarding idle power and how the aircraft accelerates with idle power. Now the idea would be to check if you have max takeoff weight, and then have a look at the acceleration with idle power. You need to be around Munich. You see what I mean? What you mean, Alpha? Okay, cool. Regarding the trim setting, very nice feature, right? It does the THS, the trimmable horizontal stabilizer, trimming automatically for you. That's really cool. Love that. All right, let's do some items here. Let's do the radar terrain mode. Now let's put this back to normal arc mode. Put this to 10 miles. And got the VSD or the vertical indication there. I guess that will be for the camera, taxi camera. One more thing though, the flight controls. So how do I... okay, so that's normal for the taxi out phase. So you got the gear indication there. Okay, that makes sense. Acupressure, cool. All right, auto brake, RTO. And let's do the TCAS. Let's have that TARA. Automatic tilt, that looks all good to me. Let's go back to flight plan, performance page, looking good. So we have the next checklist, which is the before takeoff checklist. Flight controls checked, flight instruments checked, briefing confirmed, V1145, VR148, V2152, and we have a flex of 72 degrees, and the squawk is set. And that's the takeoff runway 32 left is confirmed. So below the line completed as well. Cabin crew is advised. Oh, did I press reset now? Test. All right, let's try that. Takeoff runway, cabin crew, packs. Oh, packs off? Is it always packs off? Or is there settings somewhere regarding packs off takeoff? Oh, did we, oh, no, hang on. We did calculate with packs on, so that's interesting. I would say the logic should know that we've got packs on. Press, CST, oh yeah, that Bruno, that wasn't me. Okay, so packs off. That is strange. So if I switch the packs off, that's weird, DeFlores, yeah. I don't know. Alright, we'll leave it at that. So checklist complete. And then what's the next checklist? After takeoff checklist is next. Okay, cool. Then let's go flying. Let's see how this thing rotates. Is the camera correctly? Yeah, that looks good. All right, so we got the landing lights on, strobe lights on. That looks good. We'll do a takeoff config test. Okay. Takeoff config test doesn't work. It does work. Cool. Nice. DeFlores, honestly, I've had much better flight experience with 2020 still. So for me, Microsoft 2024 is still performance-wise a lot worse compared to 2020. And I said it on the beginning of the stream. Oh yeah, I pressed that button 3 seconds, okay. At the beginning of the stream, I said that in Microsoft 2024, which we'll use on the second flight, I can't use TAA mode for sim crashes or freezes. Rotation is very nice. Okay, nice.
Thank you.
Nige, thank you so much. 14 months, Nige, much appreciated. So here's a bit of lag, even though FPS is 60, a bit laggy here at the moment, but that's the first time I'm really noticing anything regarding lags. All right, let's have a look. Chrono will start, hopefully automatic. Yeah, and there's also a option to wear a headset, but we're not going to do that. We want to have full sounds here, right? Takeoff. Manflex 72 SAS runway auto thrust blue. Yeah, so automatic tiller seems to work. 100 knots was passed already.
V1.
Rotate. What was that? That sounded like a gunshot. Positive brake gear up. Wow, that's a big performance. Naff. Yeah. Nice. Thrust D-rate climb, I guess. D-climb, never seen D-climb. Climb, out blue, flaps coming up. Flap 0. Spoilers disarmed. Okay. Let me just try something. I'm going to put 10 degrees pitch. So that's nice. Let go of the stick. Yeah, it does hold it. Speed out star. Oh, 7.0 was actually, see, that's the thing. So 7.0 was to climb out 7,000. Yep, packs correct. 1, 2. Now, hand flying wise, so I do like the fact that it gives a roll rate command, but overall, the roll itself seems like, you know, corresponding to a big aircraft. So I've seen some really terrible simulation regarding, you know, the big aircraft and missing kind of the feel for inertia. Here, I would say it's noticeable. It does. So here's the thing. So you let go, and there's a little bit more movement, like inertia. Not much, but enough to make it feel like a bit, you know, a bit of a heavy aircraft. Sensitivity, pitch seems fine with the settings I have, so yeah. Honestly, I mean, like I said, I've seen so many add-ons on Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. So even the heavy jets, where I'm like, nah, that doesn't feel right. But yeah, this feels okay. This feels all right. Yeah. Cool. Let's do autopilot on, and let's try climb flight level 250. So we got thrust declimb, climb out blue 250. Let's go into bigger range here. Let's have a look at the vertical display. I like how the way the transition from level flight to climb is nice and smooth. So, you know, passenger friendly, right? So with passenger comfort in mind, especially when the aircraft is a bit lighter. Yeah, very nice. That's cool. Yeah, so the reason why this line is dashed at the moment is the fact that we've dialed in level 250. See that horizontal line there? That's going to be your flight path, your vertical flight path, when you're doing level off. So this is what you have in the FMS, a continuous climb to your planned cruising level, which today is level 400. So if I zoom out a bit more with the range, you will see this now, level 400. And what you can also do, you can estimate these levels. So Laku will be around, I would say, maybe level 220 or something. Yeah, 221 it says here. And if we don't do a level off, So let me demonstrate that to you. So let me, if I dial up the FCU altitude here. Oh, that's a heading. Let's try the altitude. So then you will see the line change as soon as I press that button. So 320. Oh, it has changed that. It's just because I've zoomed out so far. So let's try that again. There we go. So let's do this view. So if I dial down the altitude, you see how that line comes down? It's a bit of a time delay as it's calculating the new level, but that's fine. Yeah, so that's cool. No dot next to altitude throws me off so much. Oh, you mean on the... Oh, this one here for the managed climb. Yeah, you're right. I guess they just expect you to look at your FMA. Yeah, I know what you mean, Nick. Yeah, so they're the missing dot here. Yeah, true. Alitro, it's so fun to fly. That's good to hear. And DHLO, good evening. Don't make scratches on the new coating. I'll try not to. Beautiful weather here over France today, so very nice. So let's do the couple of items here. Let's do the landing lights off, no skill light off, and then seat belts go automatic. Is it for me? The scrolling is opposite to what I usually have. So, I mean, it's logic. I'm scrolling down to get the switch down and scroll up. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just something to get used to, really. Actually, here's the other way around. Okay. Oh well, something to get used to. Yeah, they reversed it, right? Yeah, Nick, that's what I found. Yeah, it's opposite to intuition. Yeah, true. The scrolling is killing everyone. Lol, okay. Then I'm not the only one. That's good to know. Stop messing with the passengers. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, those wingtips, beautiful. Nice. Hey, Ghost, how was your flight? Ducky, you ask if it's worth... I mean... again, it's one of those questions. I don't answer questions in that regard. I can showcase to you what the aircraft has to offer. You know, you see the textures, you see the sound, or hear the sounds. You see what the systems offer. And you know the pricing, 72 euros. And then, you know, it's up to you to make the decision to buy it or not. X-Plane 12 similar if the Thrustmaster TC Boeing pack now, but you can't get it quarter work because of it. Yeah, so X-Plane 12 maybe you need a hub that has a power supply. So you know that you have hubs, USB hubs that that power themselves through the USB plug in the PC, and then there's USB hubs that have a separate like 12 volt. Yeah, you know, okay. So maybe try one of those, yeah. 350 or Dreamliner? Tom, now you're really putting me on a spot here. I'm going to have to say Dreamliner. No, so this is more a question, you know, again, Boeing or Airbus, right? So, I mean, sure, the A350 is a very nice workplace, no doubt, no doubt. It's going to be very comfortable to work in an A350, right? So the whole way here, you have the displays arranged, the information displays, the level of automation it offers, absolutely, right? Definitely a very cool aircraft to work on. The thing is, though, and I'm sorry for all you Airbus lovers out there, it's still an Airbus. Hand flying it it's just so different to flying a Boeing aircraft. Hey, Shalom. Hilo, Shalom to you. So when I fly the 787, I hand fly it, even though it's also fly-by-wire, it still gives you a more connected feeling with the aircraft. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what it is exactly, but it is. It is the way it is. Yeah, auto thrust blue. But the thing is, the way the flight envelope protection works and the flight stabilization or augmentation works in the 787 is just a tad different to the Airbus. And so the 787 doesn't have a complete envelope protection. You can still stall a 787. You can still overspeed a 787. It makes you very hard to do so, right? You're going to have to use a lot of muscle power to get it into a stall or to get it into overspeed, but you can still do it. So yeah, so hand flying it, the same thing. Hand flying it, when you trimmed the aircraft to a certain speed, and if the aircraft deviates from that speed, you have to adjust with the yoke. You feel the aircraft being out of trim again, right? So you have to actively stay connected to the aircraft, and that way it just it just gives you a more conventional feel. That's it. Yeah, Nate. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Tinted windshields. Yeah. These days. So really, these windshields these days are coated so that it filters out the harmful ultraviolet rays, which is great because a lot of pilots like myself actually suffer from skin problems at a higher age. So there is an increase in skin cancer regarding pilots, especially those at my age now. So I go through a skin screening every year. Every year I do a screening, and I already had a scare once. So I had something on my arm that potentially looked like a white cancer. Luckily, it wasn't. But yeah, it's a good thing these days. The manufacturers have changed the coating on these, or the way they let or block UV rays. What's my age? Peter, hey, you've been here so often, you know my age, don't you? 55? 26, yeah. At heart, maybe, Nick, but, you know. Yeah, 26, right. Hey, Fly 787. Yeah, flights. I've had, yeah, they've cut out so many skin patches on my body right now. Oh, it's a good thing I don't need to win any beauty contests anymore, right? So, yeah, I look like patchwork now. So, exactly. Hey, Dave, look like wie geht's? I know Empty Cross. I am indeed young at heart. Yeah, exactly. Speed tape body. Yeah, literally. Oh, Yoda, has anything changed with the? Is any news out regarding that those solar panels in front of the 18 right runway in Amsterdam? Have they acknowledged the issue, or are they saying it's only at a certain time of day, etc.? Not that okay. Well, I guess they need to file more safety reports, and then maybe at some point the authorities will feel the necessity to do something. No, so Kjeld, it's a good point as well. So it's not only the UV exposure in flight; it may also be the fact that pilots tend to be more in some exotic destinations. Regarding sunbathing, etc., being at the beach, that potentially could be an issue. But yeah, in the end, I don't know. I don't know what causes a cancer in the end. And also, I mean, I've been playing a lot of golf in my lifetime, so even though I have really made sure that I use a sunscreen, you know, suntan lotion, but I don't know. You never know. Yeah, 10 out of 10 idea, absolutely. Plain food. Oof. Oh yes, you're right, Mark. Yeah, and the world-class goalkeeper, absolutely. Absolutely. JD says he got a 40 centimeter zip on my shoulder. Oh my god, what did you do? Blimey, 40 centimeter zip. Did you have a bad... Well, you don't have to tell us. I mean, it's private, so... But that sounds horrible. Like horrible in the sense that it was a horrible accident or something. You played football. And you have such a big scar from playing football. Well, it didn't end well. Yeah, no doubt. I hope it healed up well. Jeez.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to
flight787. So for me, you know, having flown the A320 for how many years? 11 years or something. I can compare. So, oh really? I'm sorry to hear that, JD. I'm very sorry to hear that. And a big thank you to Inexo for the 4 months. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Thanks for your support. That's really appreciated. Will you test the SEPA DLC? The thing is, though, I want to mess about. Actually, you know what? Shall we do the emergency descent on our way to London then? And then maybe on the second flight, we could try to be on VATSIM. And then maybe have a chance to try out SEPA DLC. Okay, that's nice. That's a nice information page here. So in the climb, the econ climb speed is 308, Mach 0.85 up on conversion, and then up to level 400. Prediction is in 9 minutes. Oh no, that's at 9:33 time, I guess. Yeah, so in about 3 or 2.5 minutes, and in 26 miles, we are reaching our top of climb. So that's pretty cool. How do you push, sorry Yanni, how do you push the altitude button? Okay, so, I mean, you can see there's 3 mouse pointers there. They're very small, unfortunately, on the screen here. I'm not sure how I can see that, but so there's one that shows you that you can turn with the mouse wheel, scroll wheel, left and right, or click if you click the mouse wheel. Then there's an up and a down arrow. So if you click left click mouse when you have that down arrow, then you will get into open climb. All right, and if you have that up arrow and you push that knob, then you go into managed climb or descend. The A350 is more spacious. I don't know. Let me just check. To be honest, not really, no. The 787, we have 2 jump seats here. So there's another jump seat there. So I would honestly say dimensions from the flight deck are probably the same. So 787 and A350, I would say it's the same. I don't really see one of them being bigger. Yeah, Avenger, that's true. Gunny, okay. No worries. And Aviation UK, hello to you. Is the A350 available for Xbox? Good question. I think I saw something regarding... Sony was complaining that something's not working with their aircraft on Xbox. Maybe someone else knows. It's not available for Xbox, okay. Then I've misread something, okay. Yeah, that's true. The humidifier on the 787, that's one thing. Let's have a look at the cabin altitude. Now that is very interesting. Is that correct? Almost 10 psi differential pressure. We're coming up to 40,000 feet and we're only at 4,000 feet cabin altitude. That sounds unrealistic. Yeah, because the 787 has 6,000 feet of cabin altitude. But this seems a bit unrealistic. Yeah, I know it's composite. I mean, the 787 has also a composite hull, but that is really. So the 350 also has 6,000 feet. Okay. Yeah, I would agree. 6,000 seems doable, but 4,000 feet. That is, I mean, imagine a 10 psi on the hull there. Wow, that's. Okay, so Bruno just Googled as well. So max psi is only 9.4 psi. Yeah, so okay, that's a little bit unrealistic, but hey, I mean, I'm sure that no one else up to now noticed this, and I just stumbled up by accident because I was interested to see how the cabin altitude. So what's the cabin altitude? Okay, so the cabin altitude is the pressure really you have inside of the cabin. So if you translate the internal cabin pressure value into a altitude value, then you have your cabin altitude. So it feels like you currently are, let's say you're on a mountain that is 4,000 feet high. That's what your body would feel, right? So the pressure difference inside to outside right now is 10 psi, 10 pounds per square inch, which of course then causes a lot of stress on the fuselage. Yeah, so Michelle, I think once we go steady on 400, give it another like 5 minutes, then it will go up. Now the thing is though, as the cabin altitude climbs, the delta pressure should come down. So we'll see if that. Yeah, there we go. So now it comes down again. Okay. All right. So a little bit weird on the scheduling regarding the climb, but hey. That's just the way it is. Cool. All right. So, yeah, radio's pretty much the same as we used to on the A380. Click that so that gets small, and then you go transfer it. Press that. Okay. So, is there a way? No, you can't. That's something that catches me out. So if you just type it in and then press this, oh, it works as well. Oh, okay. Disregard. Yeah, I prefer the 77 panel as well. Yeah, I do as well. Ghost, yeah. Hey, Sanders, nice to see you. And Lawrence. Lawrence, yeah, I understand your complaint there regarding, you're an engineer, and you'd rather use, bar as a reference. It's just the way it is. I think a lot of things here in aviation, a lot of things come from the maritime fraction. And then someone started it with, with pounds per square inch, and they just kept it. It's just one of those things in aviation which it's hard to change. Yeah, Tom, that's the thing, right? So if you imagine just dial down the sim sounds just a little bit here outside. So if you imagine the hull here, And with that differential pressure, it does stretch a bit. So if you put a wire around the fuselage on the ground, right, as you climb up, that wire would burst off at some point because the fuselage does expand a little bit and then contract again as you descend. So, you know, and you do this continuously, flight after flight, that obviously wears out, you know, the bolts. It wears out is it Neaton? Is that the same bolts in English? So yeah, it's obviously, it does fatigue the construction or the fuselage over time. The rivets, thank you much, my God. Yeah, rivets, that's it. Thank you. Yeah. So it does wear out, obviously. It puts stress on the rivets. Thank you much, Toto. Hey, Toto, nice to see you. Toto, I promise you, I get back to the Challenger very soon. I've got X-Plane working now, and I don't know what they did with X-Plane. Maybe you know, but it behaves much better now. It's much smoother, much more enjoyable. So I will get back more and more now with shared flight, and then we'll also do some Challenger. I've got lots of people that want to fly Challenger with me, and I'm sure you do as well at some point. Thank you, Mark, for gifting us up to Toto.
The Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
What, Toto? Are they still playing? Nice. That's a cool band. Yeah, I love that. Hey, Alex. The A350 right now. Okay, so here in Microsoft 2020, performance, FPS performance is nice. It's smooth. I would say on the ground, it behaved okay as well. Just on lineup, I saw a bit of some lags, little stutters, but otherwise, here in Microsoft 2020, it's fine. I don't have any bigger complaints. System-wise, there's a couple things still that need fixing. So the EFB, I can't at the moment. I can't get into my Navigraph terminal charts here. So, but that seems to be an issue with Navigraph servers. I don't know. They're currently in Finland. Nice. Hey, Forward. Good to be. It's lovely to see you, Forward. No, it does not, Paul. At the moment, I'm not sure if they ever plan to implement a cabin. So if I go into the cabin here, you have some cabin views. But if I go and have a look, so you have the forward galley. That's how much they have, and then the rest is not simulated, and it's supposed to save some FPS really. And on Microsoft 2024, it does have a cabin if you wish, but it does cost FPS, so it is quite performance hungry, it seems. Exactly, Molitos, yeah. Yeah, so Airbus, the OANs worked nicely, just like on the A380 from fly-by-wire. That worked nicely. Brake to vacate. Now, this is the problem. I don't know if brake to vacate will work today, because Navigraph is not connecting correctly. So it does need Navigraph, doesn't it? Or does it just need Navigraph data manager installed, so the database installed? FPS right now, that's 60 FPS because they're locked with VSync, and I'm using TAA for anti-aliasing, and I use frame generation. So brake to vacate will work. Okay, nice. No, I've not broken the add-on. It was broke before. So if OANS works, okay, that's cool. Okay, so brake to vacate should work then. Okay, that's very nice. Let me just check. Let me put airport instead of waypoints. So here's Nantes. En route. So en route should also work, right? Yeah, that's nice. So we can zoom out a bit. Here's Nantes. So did it have the routing drawn in? Oh, that's a bit weird. Okay. So there we go. You can see the general position. So we're going to turn a bit northbound in a minute or two, and then we'll get to London. Someone was writing regarding does it have a taxi camera then? Is that implemented here? Okay, so Sven, the German live streamer, Captain 320 said EFB doesn't work with Lido either. Okay, so then it's a iniBuilds issue then. Okay, it's a Microsoft limitation, so there's no taxi camera. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so just it's only the charts that don't work. Okay, nice. One huge advantage for iniBuilds bringing out the A350 is, I think a lot of people used the A380 in the meantime, right? Since it's a free add-on. And the similarities between the A380 and the A350 are so great that you know, you have absolutely no problem. If you've used the A380 a couple of times, you have no problem jumping into the A350 and fly it. Track FBA? No, it's here. Ghost. No, it's here. Hey, Airbus pilot. Okay, interesting. So Automarker says the leader charts work. Automarker, this afternoon I tried that as well, and I have to agree, the leader charts did show up for me as well, but we'll see in a minute on the second flight. Cool. Okay, we're in cruising level, guys. So the Airbus 350 has an automatic emergency descent function. So you can arm that. And so the idea is that now if I pull the speed brake lever here, it will go automatically into its emergency descent program. So it will do a couple things automatically, like it will put TCAS to below, for example, automatically. It'll squawk 7700 automatically. It will then automatically select a heading 45-degree off track and turn the aircraft. And you can see that here now on the PFD it says EMA descent armed. All right. And also it will descend down to the minimum en route altitude. So let's say you're over the Alps, and that's why I wanted to try that later over the Alps. So I tell you what, guys. We'll do that on the second flight. We're not going to be on VATSIM today because I want to fly overhead the Alps and then start that automatic emergency descent, because I want to see if the aircraft actually does level off. That's true, Ghost. I'll tell you what we'll do then. We'll try that as well. We can do the emergency descent on the second flight, and then on final or somewhere, you know, on the final approach, we could do a bird strike with an engine failure. Yeah, Alex, right. Yeah, Gunny, I think this, you know what, honestly, I think this is actually needed. The question is, though, if you descend, let's say you descend from 400 down to 350, I wonder if that disarms the automatic emergency descent function. Yeah, because let's say you get an instruction to quickly descend to flight level 300. So you dial down 300 and then you pull the speed brake lever and the emergency descent is still armed. It's a bit embarrassing when suddenly the squawk goes to 7700, right? So I think having that in red letters is a good idea for the pilots. To tell them, hey, be careful, do not pull the speed brake lever right now if you not want to do an emergency descent. Yeah, Pavel, okay. Pavel, I will try to call you Pavel. Sorry. The V. So that's a good question. V. Oh, that's just the flight path vector. I'm not sure if you can see that here. Why is that dark? Why is that white? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's it. Velocity vector. They had to find a new name for it. Velocity vector. Right. Oh, it's dark, but okay. So there's a logic behind that. So it's dark because we have selected heading and not track. So if we select track FPA, then it goes green. Yeah, it does get a bit bigger as well. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, okay, so that's one thing I learned. Now, there's another thing. Apparently, if you arm the emergency descent and you actually have a decompression, then if I listened correctly to the video Bruno sent me, then it should get into that emergency descent profile as well. Okay, thank you, Bruno. Let me just check that. So Bruno, Airbus Wikipedia. I don't know how he does it, but so he sent me the logic for the disarming. Okay, so if the auto EMA descent function was manually armed, what we've done, so we have the EMA descent armed red letters on the primary flight display. The function disarms when one of the following condition occurs. The emergency descent engages. The flight crew presses one time the emergency descent push button. What? Where's the emergency descent push button? This one here. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it disarms it, yeah. Okay, of course. That's what it's there to do. It disarms it, sure. Now, if the auto EMA descent function was automatically armed, the EMA descent on FMA is blue, and the auto EMA descent in such and such seconds message on the PFD. The function disarms when one of the following occurs. Emergency descent engages. The flight crew presses two times the emergency descent push button. The first action on the EMA descent push button arms the function. Second action disarms the function. Or if TCAS engages. That's also interesting. And the auto EMA descent function automatically disarms when the aircraft altitude is below the highest altitude between level 100 and the current MORA. Okay, now MORA, minimum off-route altitude. Now currently, obviously, we don't have high terrain below us. Later on, when we fly over the Alps, it will be more interesting because then we will have some higher MORAs below us. And then, obviously, the auto EMA descent function will disarm when we get below the current MORA. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Let's get constraints is selected, Bruno. But right now there is literally, I think, Bruno, isn't it? If it's below 10,000, you don't see MORA. Doesn't that only show up if it's above 10,000 feet or something? Yeah, the Airbus pilot, absolutely. It should even show above the Atlantic. Interesting. Okay, that's interesting then. Okay, maybe then they haven't simulated that completely. Yeah, so Pavel, thanks for your message on Discord as well. Then yeah, like I answered. So apparently, I don't know. Has anybody heard if they plan to get the cabin included here in Marcus 2020, or have they already commented that they're definitely not implementing it? Probably not, okay. Drewster, yes. So the VSync I've set in the Reaver tuner, correct. So what I've done, let me just check it. Reaver tuner is minimized at the moment. It's gonna be tough calling that up. But yeah, so I used scanline. Is it scanline divided by 2 or something to get the sync? So I have a 120 hertz monitor or TV screen, and so it's VSync divided by 2 or something. Okay, set the range to 40, okay. So 40 or greater. Okay, never mind. Okay, so 40 or greater. Yeah, we can check that again later on the second flight. And maybe it's only in 2024. Well, we'll see. Yeah, we're going to use 2024 on the second flight. Hopefully it works. Okay, so Peter also says they're not planning to implement a cabin in 2020. Okay, thank you much, guys. Yeah, it could be. Could be that they only simulate that in 2024. Right. Okay. So we have the top of descent coming up in about 120 miles. Now, if I look into flight plan info, hang on. No. Flight plan destination. Yeah, so destination track mileage is 248. Direct distance is obviously a bit different. Let's try it. Let's try it this way. Okay. Doesn't like it. Where did I put that in? Let me just try it. Position. Oh, monitor. That was monitor, wasn't it? Yeah, there we go. That's where I put it. Yeah, so right now, the direct distance is 213 miles. And since we're flying an arrival routing, etc., then obviously that's a bit more track mileage. But it means 120 miles sounds like a normal descent point. So what we'll do, we're going to fly over the descent, top of descent here, a little bit longer, and then we're going to use the failure with the emergency descent. So if I go to situations, we'll do that. Oh, one thing, I wonder why that is grayed out. Is that because we're very high up at the moment, so we can't select that here? Man, dual engine failure. There's also, yeah, I think the A350 also has some features regarding dual engine failure recovery. So, yeah, and then it has a simulation of the GPS jamming. So it has an automatic APU start and an automatic relight function, but that's about it. Okay, thanks, Bruno. Right, failures. Now let's have a look. Let's try. Where's RMP3? Is that only over the panel? No. Then it's on the center panel. Yeah, there we go. Let's try fail this thing, all right? So let's have a look. So we're going to fail. Actually, let's try sec3 fault. Ha. Right, flight control sec3 fault. Sec3 off, then on. Off. 21, 22, 23, on. Reset successful, yes or no? No. Now, normally it would sense that automatically, right? It would, it should do that. No, I can't click that. Why can't I click that? So maybe, oh, this one here. I guess maybe I tried this one. So let's click this one here. Ah, there we go. So you would use this one here. Yes or no. Then let's scroll. No. Select it. Then sec3 off. All right. So sec3 off. And it should sense that automatically. I'm pretty sure. Pitch trim still available. I hope so. I mean, it still shows. So let's say, oh, that's a comment. Okay, so pitch trim still available. Okay, cool. And then that's the procedure completed. So now we have in-op system sec3, and it says alerts impacting landing performance. That's interesting. So that's a nice indication there. So that is a reminder that you have to do the performance calculations. So status, clear that. And then, yeah, you have that typical status message there. And I'm sure that once we get the flaps to 1, that would pop up automatically, probably. Typical Airbus kind of logic. That will pop up again, tell you, hey, RIP sec3 had a good life, yeah. Well, I mean, we can fix that. So let's get that back on again. Problem solved. Easy. So these failures you can fix. The thing is with the situations you can't fix. So it says that once situation is enabled, you cannot reset and the flight must be restarted or reset. Okay. Cool. Right, failures now. What else can we do? I'm sure Bruno would have his fun with this. Let's try RMP3 fault. So Bing, master caution, com RMP3 fault, RMP3 off. Okay. Off. Off. Clear. Right. Okay. Well, that's not really too exciting, is it? Landing performance affected should not have be there either. Only if there's a cascade of failures which fail. Okay, Bruno, do you think, I don't know, so normally, so the SEC is the spoiler elevator controller. So let me just fail that again, have a look if there's any spoilers failed. So let's try that again. But yeah, it doesn't show any spoilers failed. So yeah, if the spoilers are all working, then it shouldn't really cause an issue with performance. Let's try sec2 fault. Still the same, so no changes there. Now, what's primary fault? That's not showing anything in here either. Okay. So I don't know. It doesn't seem to be... I mean, I'm not A350 rated, but normally, honestly, a sec failure. I mean, yeah, I remember that the sec. So, you know, a sec 3 fault would mean that sec 2 and or sec 1 would take over the functions. So these are the primary flight computers. Okay. So obviously, if you fail all 3, then then you can have a bigger issue. But okay. Anyways, we're coming up closer to the top descent. Let me prepare the aircraft first before we go and do the emergency descent. So let's go into landing performance. Now, first of all, let me get the weather. So let's go into ATC com. Let's update London. Update. LA Aviation just landed Tromsø. Nice, cool. We're circling 18. What, in the A350? GG's. Yeah, Peter, that's on purpose. We do want to do the emergency descent. That is on purpose. So, 10:03. Yeah, so that's the current weather. So we have 250 at 12, light rain. What? That can't be right. Rain in England. Scattered, broken, 6 degrees. Lovely, lovely summertime weather here. So 6 degrees, 1012. Now we can pre-dial that. Over here, you can see that 1012. And yeah, we'll stick with 27 left. So if you go to the performance page, and then go to approach page, I like how you can quickly move between the different pages. That's really, really cool. So let me do that. So 250 at, it would be cool if it would take that, decode that and take that automatically into there. I mean, if it starts doing that, then yeah, then at some point you don't need pilots anymore. I mean, the level of automation these days. Right. Okay, so the A320 you took for the flight to Tromsø. Okay, nice. Right. So let me give you guys an overview of the approach. So let's do that. We're going to go for the arrival. So we're coming via Rocksock, Amtot, Becto, Hazel, level 130 at. We're going to be a bit below that because of our emergency descent. Speed limit, and then we got Ockham. And so the transition could be via Ockham. Let's try the ILS. ILS 27 left. And then do we have some transitions in here? Ockham transition. Ockham approach from Ockham. There we go. Yeah. So we'll try that. So via Ockham. And let's have a look if we can find that here as well. Or maybe we actually have that already inserted. So, and then we've got to prepare the brake to vacate as well. So let's go and have a look. But before we do that, let me just go check the ILS approach chart. And let's enter the minimum. So minimum Cat 1 is 280 feet. 280. Enter. So that's done. We'll try a config 3 landing. And I assume, Bruno, I'm correct in saying that you don't have to push any buttons anymore with config 3, right, on the overhead panel. So that, like the A380, it's clever enough to to do the correct checklist. How's the impression with the 2020 version so far? Yeah, good. So as expected, honestly, you know, the add-ons that I have, they do run very nice with Max 2020. And visually, again, I have no complaints. If you look at the scenery below, right, it's there. I don't have to worry about it not loading correctly or it's, you know, it being blurry or something. It looks good, so happy with that. They got rid of that starting with the A330 and 340 already. Ah, okay, cool, nice. Thanks, Bruno. So we're not going to activate that just yet. So I wanted to have a look at the arrival routing. So let's go flight plan. And then I wanted to have a look at the transition. So I think we still missed the transition, correct? So let's do via Ockham. Hang on, come on. Give me Ockham. Why doesn't it allow me to get that via Ockham? Ockham. So the star is in. Approach is in. 27 left. Via. Let's try it this way. Enter. No. Whoops. Okay, let's try from the beginning then. So let's try 27 left. So raise that again. So London, approach. Oh, it doesn't like that. It does not like that at all. Yeah, exactly. ChatGPT decoder. Okay, now we're getting there. Let's approach via Ockham. Ah, it took 3 goes, but now we got it. I'm glad I didn't give up. So now that looks a bit weird. Not gonna lie. The thing is, I think that has to do with the speeds that we have there. So maybe let's try, I don't know, let's try 200 knots. Enter. Ox 63. Now it should take that as well. I can try, let's try 190 or something. Yeah, so that doesn't look like, you know, like it has there on the transition page. Not sure why it's drawing it that way. But anyways, top descent reached. Now let's try that. Okay, so again, guys, we're going to do emergency descent. Okay, so it has an automatic emergency descent function. So let's see how that works. Okay, if it works, top descent reached. So if it does work, then hats off. So it's armed, and if we pull the speed brake lever, it should activate. But we're not going to do that. We're going to try the. Oh, hang on. Before we do that, one more thing. So Let's sync from the FMS. Let's sync the weights and the weather, and then we have config 3 vpilot. Let's add 5 knots. Landing manual, braking mode. Let's try medium, reverser yes, compute. So it needs about factored 1900 meters, 2000 meters with auto medium. But we're going to use brake to vacate. So let's try again with airport map loading. Aviation dude, you flew from Copenhagen to Stockholm with the SAS 350 first flight. Yeah, and they have a beautiful livery as well. Love that livery. So, airport selection. So let's go display airport. Come on. Landing. Actually, we're gonna take wet. Okay, so landing. Yeah. Try wet 5. There we go. Ah. So we can select a taxiway. Ah. Okay. Okay. So then let's have a look. If we want to take the chart here, 27 left. So 2,000 meters would be November 6 maybe. November 6, so plan mode. Okay, plan mode. Plan mode, plan mode, plan mode. So let's have a look. So we're going to take 27 left. So we have to select the runway first, correct? 27 left. Set landing runway. And then let's do November 6 here. So let's take this one. Set brake to vacate exit. Oh, it's too short. Ah. Okay, that's interesting. So it's telling us, I'm not sure if you can see that. So it's telling us November 6 wet runway, that is too short. That is no go. So we've got to take, let's take November 7. Hang on. Okay, can we deselect that first? So deselect that, unset. And then we go, oops, hang on. No, hang on. November 7, northbound. Huh? November Bravo. Hang on, hang on. Spot on here. November 7. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so normally, and I wouldn't take Sierra 7 obviously in November, but it still does that. So now we've selected X. Oh, hang on, it does say November 7 here. So November 7, 2,700 meters with wet runway. So that should be okay. And anything else I need to do to arm it? Yeah, Bruno, that's what I thought as well. Don't know why it does that. Press auto brake. Okay, press auto brake. Ah, there we go. BTV is now armed. Cool. Right, so that means we're going to start our immersion descent. So let's have a look here. Let's look at flight ops situations. Exciting. All right, so let's see what happens here. Okay, guys, so start. Are you sure? Yes. Jesus Christ. Luke, you made me jump just now. Jesus Christ. Blimey. Right, you can see the cabin altitude going up here. Right, let me just increase the sim sounds a bit again. Right, so probably around 10,000 feet, we're going to get a warning. Sorry, aviation dude. Yeah, I jumped as well. So with that climb rate, you would feel that on your ears. So it's not a rapid it is a rapid decompression, but it's not an explosive decompression. But I mean, it is getting bigger. And the page to pop up, yeah. So I'm not touching anything regarding, you know, speed brakes, etc. So let's see what the aircraft does automatically. Right. Oh, there we go. So let's put the masks on. Right, masks on. And do I have to pull the speed brake lever now or what? I would have thought it's automatically. Right, let's get the speed brakes. There we go. So I've put the speed brakes lever out. So it says thrust idle, EMA descent. Look, it goes on a 45-degree offset heading. The squawk is 7700 and the TCAS is below. Very nice. And it puts the speed to VMO or MMO. Right, crew oxygen is on. Now the signs should be on automatically because we have that on auto mode, so that should be automatic. Initiate emerge descent. Speed brakes lever full, okay, full. Speed max appropriate, 6,000 feet per minute is fine. So we've done that. ATC notify, mayday, mayday, mayday. Speedbird 71 Bravo emergency descent. So PA, so we would get to PA, wherever that button is here. Because we have a PA button. Oh, emergency descent. Then what else do we have? Max level 100 or the minimum en route or minimum off route altitude. It still doesn't show anything there, so it will be 100. And look at that, it automatically set level 100. Right, when able, proceed direct to Ockham. So let's go direct. Where's my direct to? Direct to. Position. No. Active. There's go. Direct to. Nope. Let's do, actually, yeah, let's do this here. Insert. Nav. So level 100 is checked. Cabin altitude above 14,000 feet. Where's my bleed conditioning? Where's my cabin altitude, for crying out loud? Bleed. Right, we're a bit fast here, so it should actually go and slow down automatically. Alright, let's select the speed. Let's go and force it a little bit lower. Conditioning. Pressure. Oh, there we go. Pressure. There we go. 19,000. So pressure above 14,000. Yes. So that is done. Let's scroll down. Yeah, it should really not go into overspeed by itself. And it should quiet itself. So it's, yeah, it seems like it's still in automatic descent mode. That's fine. Right, so we've done all the items here, and then I was going to scroll down. I just don't know how to get into that page now. Checklist, no. Flight plan. Oh, there we go. Sorry, that's the scroll. Right, cabin altitude above 14,000. Yes. Passenger max oxygen max automatic on for the passengers. There it is. System. It should have done automatically, anyways. So that is pressed, and then when descent established. Dilution normal, and then when differential pressure less than 2 psi and flight level 100, ram air on. Okay. So why did it go into heading there? That's weird. Let's try that again with direct to. Let's try that again. Insert. Nav. So nice. So it's done the automatic level off here, level 100. Speed brakes go back in, out. 250 knots. Yeah, I think some of that display or some of that simulation isn't quite correct, but hey. But that's how quickly you can get down to level 100 in an emergency descent. Right, request direct final is approved. So let's go direct to the final. ILS 27 left. And we're going to fly a bit faster here, 250 selected speed. We do want to get down. We probably have some injured passengers. Another thing that's a good idea to do is put the landing lights on in an emergency descent. I'm going to put the seatbelts to auto. Cabin crew would now be able to move about. So we would have to tell the passengers and the cabin crew that they can take off their oxygen masks now. 10,000 feet. It's still fairly high, but it's survivable, it's breathable, so they can take the masks off and then ram air on. Okay, let's descend 5,000 feet here. Thrust idle, up descend, flight level 50. And then ram air will be on the air system. Ram air, this one here, on. And that should... Yeah, open up a scoop. I think that's the... No, I'm not sure if that's a ram air inlet. Probably really not. Let me just try it. Let me close that again. I want to see if that's the... Yeah, it may not show up here in the... Okay, but ram air on. No, probably not Hilo. They have to be in the slipstream. Because they would collect the air through the slipstream. So the airflow. So scoop it in, if you like. And then it would come out the outflow valve. So after it goes through the cabin. And that's the checklist complete, it seems. Nice. So I have to say, the features that we talked about, they were implemented. The only thing I'm a bit confused with is the fact that I would have thought that with the emergency descent being armed and actually having a rapid decompression, that it would initialize the descent automatically. I'm not sure. I have to rewatch the video. So maybe the pilots still actively have to use the speed brake lever. Patrick, I'm offline. So that was the idea, trying to do some failures here. Cool. Right, so the altimeter was 1012 is set. Let's do a checklist here. So let's go checklist. Oh yeah, after takeoff was obviously done. And then we've got the approach checklist. Briefing confirmed. Minimum is set. And bow ref 1012 set. Where's my minimum gone? It's gone again. Tuss. Was it 260, right? Or 250? Check my charts. It was, the minimum was 280 actually. 280 enter. Right, minimum bar 280 set. Cool. Seems like if it was manually armed, it won't activate without speed. Ah, okay. So the question now is, Bruno, how does it arm automatically? So I guess if that is then disarmed, and then you have a decompression, it will do that automatically. I would just imagine that. So I'm going to activate the approach phase here. Start descending. We've got another 15 miles. A bit of speed brakes. Right, but that was nice. That was a great demonstration there. Love that. Happy to see that has been implemented correctly. Yeah, Bruno, yeah, I saw that. Thanks. Yeah, I just didn't quite make sense of the logic there. Cool. Let's try some hand flying, shall we? And I know it's against SOPs from British Airways. Mark will have to forgive me. Oh, okay. No, I want to do some hand flying. Sorry. But the question is that completely forbidden for the British Airways pilots? There comes flaps 1. So let's activate approach modes. Lock armed. Lock start, glide slope start. Flaps 2. Speed check, flaps 2. 3000 missed approach is set. Immersion ruined. Oh, you guys. Nice, but I have to say, yeah, so hand flying is quite nice. We're getting a bit high in the approach. Let's correct that. And then we've got brake to vacate armed, which is nice. Test, yeah. And again, I love the fact that we still have 60 FPS, nice and smooth on my end here. And I mean, the visuals aren't bad either. Gear. Check, gears coming down. Oh yeah, I see what's in the sounds. Blimey. Ay. Wow. Okay, that's a bit much. So flaps are final. Wow. That is a bit weird. Not gonna lie. Is that a freight train or what? I can't even hear the engines. Oh, hang on. Options. Volume. I honestly don't know. I'm looking for the setting regarding there we are. Oh, it doesn't work. I'm putting on noise cancellation. It doesn't work here with the landing gear. You got to be kidding me. Oh god. All right, let's concentrate on flying. 1000 checked, stable. Landing checklist complete. Yeah, I mean, it may be loud IRL, but not that loud. I mean, you don't have to simulate it that loud compared to all the other things. So it doesn't cancel all the sounds, okay. Well, it's getting a bit quieter now, at least, as we get lower.
500.
It does take very little power. I mean, we're not that heavy, I guess, but
400.
Although 190 tons isn't that light either, so I'm a bit worried. So 23%,
300.
and we're still not really reducing
100
speed. Runways inside. That looks very low power.
200. Minimum.
Continue. I'm almost idle power. I'm still getting high.
100. 50. 40.
Now I'm
30.
idle.
20. 10.
So let's get the reverse. I'm not touching the brakes, so it's got brake to vacate active. Idle reverse. And let's see what happens here. And we should be able to get down to November 7. So here's November 6, which is not the one we want. Yeah, I know the config 3 landing was planned. But again, I mean, yeah, that's right. Where's the rain? Lol. It's gone. Right, reverser close, and we should be reaching that taxiway with about 45 knots. That's cool. All right, that works. Manual brakes, brakes off. Okay, that worked fine. Brake to vacate, like it. The flare and the power setting, yeah. that'll be some minus points. Some speed trend wasn't correct. I didn't see that. Okay, but otherwise, FPS performance was fine. For London Heathrow, very nice indeed. Sensitive on the controls. So, I mean, the thing is that it's hard to tell, really. I mean, it's a fly-by-wire aircraft. We were a bit above the approach speed, and so it was bound to float a little bit. It would take a couple more landings, to be honest. I don't think it's fair to call it bad after one landing. I would have to try some more landings. But I didn't have to flare much, so I didn't really have to pull back on the stick at all, really. So yeah, and from my understanding, the power settings even in config 3, you would, I mean, surely you would have 40% of power, not 22 or 25 or something, whatever we had. I mean, I guess we would have to ask a real-world A350 pilot. I think Riva is a German streamer, Riva on Twitch. He's rated on A350, I think, and A380. Yeah, so Otek, I agree. You would not really have to do much input on the stick, but for the flare, I'm pretty sure the A350 would have some sort of flare logic where it would simulate a nose down pitch moment over what the 320 has, so that you have to pull back on the stick and hold that back pressure to simulate a conventional flare. So the 350 doesn't. Yeah, again, I would have to ask someone that is rated on this aircraft. I'm not qualified. I'm not qualified to call on that. It just feels a bit different. It feels a bit non-normal, but it may be correct. I don't know. Again, I'm not rated on the A350, so it's not for me to say. Hopefully, this is a large parking spot. Should be. So lights are off. Where's my strobe lights? There. Time to switch the fleet. No, that's too late for that. So how much more room do we have? Yeah, plenty. Plenty of room to go. Hey, Air Hunter. Yeah, again, I can only quote from my experience, and I will tell you why I think the power settings were a bit low in a second. And it's literally for all aircraft. It's the same principle, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Let me just have a look. Ground power connection is available. 1, 2. Shut down.
The boarding requested.
There we go. So I'm going to put the Squawk to 2000. Then we're going to have the TCAS standby. We'll have that to standby. Confirm yes. And then I will do the beacon. Seatbelts off. And fuel pumps off. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, 25% was that was what we had, and we still didn't slow down really. So let's do a checklist. So the after landing checklist, we had the flaps 0. No, we didn't. We've got the flaps. APU, we don't need that. And then
passengers deboarding starting.
I guess we're gonna have to use the maintenance function for the hydraulics. Parking, exterior lights as required, park brake is set, transponder should be standby, APU bleed is not required, checklist complete. So let's have a look here at the maintenance. Let's put these on, and now let's have a look at the sounds. Thank you, Bruno. We'll read for that in a second. Yeah, those sounds are nice.
Good morning. Goodbye.
Cool. All right, so the thing is this. So the aircraft will be built in a way that when you have a landing flap setting, let's say here in this case flap 3 or flap 4, it does create obviously a lot of drag. It creates a lot more lift, and so you can slow down the aircraft, and still fly safely. You would usually in these large jets have a slight pitch above the horizon, preventing a nose gear first touchdown. And then, of course, if you have, let's say, config 3, I would imagine a normal power setting would be 40 to 45%. And then if you need to do a go around, so from 45% to takeoff power, that will only take like 2 seconds or 3 seconds max. Now, if you're at 22 or 25%, so low down, it's literally almost idle power, then...
Goodbye. Goodbye. Good morning.
Okay, so N1. But, okay, guys, did you see how much N1 we had then? Yeah, I mistook that. That looked like N1 to me there. So that's thrust in percent. What a weird indication. I'm usually used to EPR or N1. So N1 was around. Okay, then I've said nothing. Okay, if N1 was about 50%, then all good. Then it's all good. Then I mistook that as N1 here, but it's not. That is percent of thrust. Yeah, silly me. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, okay, forget that. But the flare, if it's realistic, then of course it feels a lot different to the other Airbus aircraft. But again, I'm not qualified to comment on that. We'll have to ask a real-world A350 pilot. But having said that, otherwise, the hand flying feels nice.
Goodbye.
So I actually have no complaints regarding the control of the aircraft.
Bye-bye.
So I'm going to call up my rating chart here that we're going to take, and then we can have a look at what we think.
Good morning. Bye-bye.
We can rate things at. So
Good morning.
let's have a look here. Okay, so what do you think? Textures, guys. Textures.
Good morning.
I would say I would give it probably 8.
Thank you for flying with us.
The reason why I wouldn't give it a complete 10 is outside. Outside is to read the small decals, you have to be really close. So if I'm standing here, that does look a bit blurry to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bit too hypercritical here, but I mean, 8 is not bad. You guys will give it more? Yeah, I'm in 2020. Yeah. Yeah, we'll compare. We're going to go into 24 now. So I have a 10-minute break. We'll go into the 2024 version very soon. Okay, 9. Okay, let's do that. Okay, we'll say 9. Okay, so we're not going to be too critical then in that sense. So 9 it is, okay? So textures 9, okay? Hang on, can we make that a bit 9. 9 out of 10. Sounds. Now I'm not really too happy with the sounds here in 2020. 6, 7, yeah, I would have gone 6 as well. Yeah, we'll call it a 6. Room for improvement there, definitely. 5, 6. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are on the same page as me. Okay, so a textures external model. I'll tell you what, let's get rid of external model. It's the same as the textures, right? So we'll have textures internal, external the same. We're not going to rate the external model. So FPS performance. FPS performance for me here is, if I compare that to other add-ons like Phoenix, FS Labs, so the more detailed add-ons, I would say, yeah, 7 or 8. I would actually even I would even give it an 8, to be honest. Marcin says the engine spinners don't look realistic. So the thing is, Marcin, you mean like when they run the simulation, The problem is, though, the way you see that here is if you use frame generation, then it's not really simulating these spinning fan blades and spinner correctly. So I don't think that's fair to vote on on that in a negative sense, because that could be just because of frame generation and not because if you don't use frame gen, then the simulation here is a lot different. Or do you mean like the textures themselves, like you're not happy with the the lines are a bit a bit wonky. Now that I'm saying that, it does look a bit wonky there, doesn't it? A bit of a wonky paint job, but hey. The spool up times, I think they were okay. So engine start, you mean? I think they were fine. Yeah. True. Okay. So I agree that on that, Bruno. So you have to realize that yes, I do have a high end PC, right? I have a strong PC. 0 to 50. Okay, goes. We'll have to check that again. 0 to 50 on next. Right, system simulation. System simulations. I have to say that overall, I am quite happy with the system simulation. I would have said, Bruno, you're not a normal reference, okay? Bruno, you're not a normal reference in that regard. Personally, given the fact that you also have some abnormal simulation there, at least seven. I mean the FMS. Okay, so here's the thing. What I noticed is some of the drawings on the nav display were a bit off. Yeah, so I would let's say if I give it an 8. Then I think we're being generous as well, right? So 8, I think 8 is fair. So 7.5, yeah, 7.5 would be, I think, the right verdict. But I'll put 8. I'm not going to put decimals, all right? So 8. We round it up, okay? So autopilot flight guidance. I didn't see any bigger issues. It did follow the commands. So pitch power values seem to be okay. The climb rate were okay, but that's more in the flight model region. So brake to vacate, for example, was also nice. But that's on the system simulation. That's why maybe 8 is fine. Autopilot. So autopilot functions, flight guidance functions. Yeah, I would say the same. 7 to 8. So let's give it an 8. All right. Yeah. Okay. So descent. Okay, you're right. Yeah, maybe sim issue. Kappa. I don't know. Let's stick with 8. All right. 8. Now flight model is a tough one. I have to say. So hand flying was fine. It felt like a heavy aircraft. So the only thing I didn't like was the flare. But Bruno sent me the flare model. So let me just read what Bruno sent me there. So, because we do want to be accurate. So Bruno, thanks for all the infos, Bruno. I really appreciate that. So the flare law, it has a derotation law. Sorry, it's got flare plus derotation law. Now, the objective of the flare law, so it does have a flare law. The objective is to provide a conventional aircraft behavior during flare. Exactly what I said. Enable precise control of the vertical speed at touchdown point. Okay. Provide a smooth derotation and avoid hard nose to wheel touchdown. The flare law is a direct law without auto trim, with some dampening provided by pitch rate feedback. The flare law provides full elevator authority, and the flare law is active below 100 feet RA. Cool. Okay, so thanks, Bruno, for that. Meaning, though, there should be some sort of nose down kind of momentum. or moment, not moment, moment. There should be a nose down moment. So I'm going to have to look at that more closely, whether or not we actually have to pull back on the stick and then hold it a little bit more. Because for me, it felt like I didn't have to do much. But again, one landing isn't fair to really make a final verdict. So overall, leaving out the fact that I'm going to have to do some more landings to really be able to make a final verdict, I would say I'm going to give it a 7 for now. Okay, 7 for now. Rotation was okay as well in my eyes. So rotation was okay. And then hand flying it felt heavy. It felt nice. Cool. So 7 out of 10. Right. So if I look at the overall numbers here, I would say they're definitely in the higher region. So the only really disappointing thing is the sound. So sounds should be a bit improved.
Do you want to deboard crew?
Otherwise, I don't think you can really complain much. So the question whether or not a 70 euro or 75 euro price tag is justified, I would say it's fair. It's in a higher region, but you have to realize that, you know, making an aircraft add-on like this does take a lot of effort, right? And I always see it from the perspective that if they didn't go through all of the hard work, then we wouldn't have this simulation, right? Or this simulator, so we wouldn't have this add-on. So, yeah, and the fact is as well, Automarker, there hasn't been a real detailed A350 add-on up to now anyways, right? So, and I agree, no add-on is perfect, right? There is add-ons which are better than others and more in the you know, higher class range. It would be nice to hear other people here who own the A350 and have a PC more in the mid-range. It would be great to get some feedback from them regarding FPS performance. And that's also a good point, because I'm talking about those people that are unable to use frame generation. Right. So if I switch off frame generation, then here in Heathrow, can't see that here up the top. Let me just check something here. Then I am getting 30, 35 FPS, 27 FPS outside view. But that would be the same or similar with let's say the Phoenix or FS Labs or something. They would be in the 40s range here at Heathrow, I imagine. So frame generation is something, obviously, if you have it and you can use it, it will give you a much, much nicer experience overall. But like I said, it's difficult to really make a verdict on overall FPS performance that way, because it is a little bit cheating, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, Grain Cognite, thanks, fantastic. Thanks for the feedback. Okay, so I think we can say then performance, FPS performance wise, is in the region of the Phoenix and the FS Labs. So I think that's a fair comment. Yeah. Otherwise, again, looking at how modern and beautiful the A350 is, I think it's great. It's great to have that sort of add-on in a sim for those that really wanted this add-on. Just like having an A380 or hopefully one day a 747 or something, or the 777, let's say. So yeah. Okay, cool. Guys, so without further ado, give me 5 or 10 minutes. I'll be back again in Microsoft 2024. So big shout out, big thank you to everyone that has resubscribed. Thanks for the gifted subs as well, guys. Thank you so much for the support. My dear moderators, as always, thank you so much for being here, helping out. Bruno, thanks for all the fantastic inputs. Much appreciated. And again, give me 5 minutes.